Donna J. Jodhan presents Ask Donna, a weekly podcast on a plethora of topics and tips. Donna's podcast is split into 4 distinct sub-podcasts. The first week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Bloggers podcast on such topics as overcoming bullies and bullying, tips on entrepreneurship, and protecting oneself from scams and scammers. The second week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Coach podcast. A bit of this, a bit of that from her monthly Did You Know diary. The third week of the month is where Donna hosts her Ask the Homemaker podcast. Tips on everyday hints to help you take advantage of natural remedies and solutions. And the fourth week of the month is where Donna's podcast is all about a product review and a book review. Sit back and enjoy.
Hello, and greetings from me, Donna J. Jodhan, your host for the Ask Donna podcast, week 2 of November 2024. I hope that everybody is doing fine this week and just getting themselves ready for the upcoming holiday season. I feel like a kid in the candy shop at this time of the year because I'm so excited about the holiday season. What am I going to give to others? What am I hoping for? What am I expecting? How am I going to spread more peace, joy, and love to those around me? So, thank you everybody for stopping by to listen to me. And again, my very special announcement in that the Ask Donna show will be taking on a brand new look in January 2025. It's going to be called Ask Donna Advocacy in Action. And this has all taken place because of the overwhelming number of persons that have written to me over the last few months asking me to be more, not direct, but to get more content into this podcast about advocacy. What is advocacy all about? How is advocacy done? When it is done? Why it is done? Where it is done? How to do it? What it is? All kinds of questions like that. So I have listened carefully and I have decided that it is time to make the change. And we will be doing so in January 2025. It will be a monthly podcast to start with, and we will go from there. So thank you everybody for helping me to make this change, or from helping me to, introduce a new look Ask Donna Advocacy in Action, January 2025. And what you will look forward to as well, or can look forward to as well, is lots of live stories surrounding advocacy from me with my experience, from my friends with their experiences, and from others as well. Okay? So, that is the big announcement for this week. Okay? And I also want to talk to you about my Etsy announcement, ETSY. Please go to www.etsy.com/shop/blindly-brilliant, and there you will learn about my mission and my initiatives, not just to sell my pottery, but to encourage others to be creative, to motivate them to think outside the box. Okay? My pottery is going to be on display on November the 3rd in our condo complex. We're also hoping for some sort of Christmas showing. And right now I'm busy with the Christmas collection, and I am almost finished making a special poinsettia plate for my dear mom. I made one for her last year and she was very, very pleased, and she asked me for another one. So there we go. And these poinsettia plates are very, very special, and they will only be offered upon request. So if you see a picture of the poinsettia or of my special Christmas plate, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to make a request in time for Christmas. You can make it in time for next Christmas or any time of the year. Do not hesitate to write to me. These are very, very special products, okay? Very special creations. And I want to thank my pottery studio friend, associate, and mentor, Sean Kelly, at the Studio on the Hill Pottery Studio. Okay? All right. And thanks to my little brother in Montreal, Michael. Can't forget you, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting ready for the holiday season, you and your wonderful wife, Heather. Good. Let's start off this week with questions that I pulled from my email bag. Here's the first question. Listener would like to know how to organize your prescription pills. Well, what I do is this. There are several ways to think about it. All my pills, my prescription pills for diabetes, I am a type 2 diabetic, go into 1 liter bag. Like the bottles go into 1 little bag. In another bag, I put other prescription pills. I take pills for other types of prescriptions. That goes into a separate bag. And I use either braille labels or pieces of tape to identify those bottles that they feel the same way. Okay, but I got to remember what I'm doing, so the braille labels are probably the best way. And there's also a gadget called TalkScript, which I can use to identify my prescription bottles. And I think you got to go to your pharmacy and order the TalkScript device. All right. Now, let's go to what I learned for this month. And again, this week is all about Ask the Coach. Last week we did Ask the Blogger. This week we're doing Ask the Coach. So it's what I learned. All about what I learned from Donna's Did You Know diary. Number 1, about jalapeno peppers. They can irritate your skin when you interact with them. And it is best to wear rubber gloves when you're working with them. Number 2, an important tip on steak. Did you know that it takes longer to digest a piece of steak? Longer to digest than pork, chicken, lamb, or any type of seafood? Yes, it takes longer to digest steak. Number 3, what do you do when your blood pressure is too low? You eat something that is a bit salty. Okay? What do you do? Number 4, what do you do when your sugar level is a bit low? You take something that is a bit sweet. Number 5, about walnuts and almonds. They are 2 of the most nutritious types of nuts for you to eat. Yeah, and I like them both. I love walnuts and I love almonds. And number 6, if you're wondering about the differences between grapefruit juice and orange juice, grapefruit juice contains more acid than orange juice. Yeah, I love them both, and unfortunately for me, I love grapefruit juice a bit. I love grapefruit juice a bit more. So I gotta be a little bit careful, eh? Okay. Number 7. What is this about drinking coconut water daily? Coconut water, cool and fresh. Okay, the experts tell us that the drinking of coconut water, it helps to keep our kidneys healthy. So drinking coconut water helps to keep our kidneys healthy. Listen up, diabetics, you may want to take note of this. Number 8. What is the difference between hand sanitizer and hand soap? For hand sanitizer, you do not need to use water, whereas for hand soap, you need to use water. So, like if you're in a restaurant, not close to a washroom, or on a plane traveling, or on a train, hand sanitizer may be better suited to you. But if you're in your own home, close to your washroom, close to your kitchen sink, hand soap may be better for you. Which one is better of the two? Well, I'm not going to give you any ideas or hints here because the experts are still out on this one. Okay? Hand sanitizer may contain more alcohol than hand soap. Hand soap may smell sweeter than hand sanitizer. Okay? Now for some questions that I received for the past month. Ty would like to know how to identify email when it is a hacking one. And here are the little hints that I look for. 1. The email says undisclosed recipients. It doesn't directly say Dear Donna or Hi Donna. Number 2, the English in the content of the email is not proper grammar. Number 3, the spelling of different words are incorrect or is incorrect. So there are 3 ways to tell that an email is a hacking email. Okay? So Ty, look at the email and see whether it says Hi Donna or Dear Donna or Dear Ty or Hi Ty. If it doesn't say that and it says it's 2 undisclosed recipients, right there and then you know it is probably a hacking mail. And at the top as well, it might say from unknown sender. Yeah, it's a hacking email. Number 2, look at the grammar within the email. And number 3, look at the spelling of words. If those are both off, chances 99.99% this is a hacking email. Next question to me is Brad would like to know about how to communicate when wearing a mask, or best ways to communicate when wearing a mask. Brad, this is not very easy because when you wear a mask and you speak to someone, especially someone who is hard of hearing or someone who has a vision impairment, they may not hear you very well. They may not see be able to lip read very well. My simple solution would be to step away from the person, step away at a safe distance, pull down your mask a little bit, and then speak to them. Okay? This may not work all of the time, but it's the best solution I could think of. Number 3, Alex would like to know if a blind or vision impaired person can take pictures with their eye device. It's very, very difficult. You have to learn how to center your eye device. You have to develop techniques. There are books that you can purchase in Braille from the National Braille Press that will give you hints. And I think some of these books are also in electric format or Braille, is it called Braille format? BRF format, where you can read these books with your Braille displays. Okay, I think it's probably best to contact the National Braille Press. I personally do not take pictures. I find it extremely difficult, and then it's when I do take the picture, sometimes or most times the poor old picture is not centered and you got to fiddle around with it. Okay, so this is it from me for this week. Send me an email to askdonnaunblindlife@gmail.com or to me at donnajodhan@gmail.com. Okay, this is it for me for this week. Have a good rest of the day, a good rest of the week, a good rest of the month. If you don't tune in to me next week, that's okay. You can catch up with me on YouTube and on Spotify. Okay? And we're making arrangements to have my podcasts all be circulated far and wide. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
That's it for this week. Donna hopes that you enjoyed her podcast today. She thanks you for having taken the time to tune in and looks forward to being with you next week. Send your thoughts and feedback to Donna at askdonnaunblindlife@gmail.com.